Hello, hello, hello. What's good, everybody? It is Tuesday night, and it is time to get into another one. We're going to save the finale of Poker Face until we can get the third member of the fam back and get AK back in here. So we're just going to go ahead and start the next series, which, of course, as you can see, is Kaleidoscope. And the one looking through this mirror hole with me is, of course, the one, the only, already on Codename Fandom. What's happening?
Yo, Codename Fandom, D-Saint here, y'all, and I am getting ready to watch Kaleidoscope. I think how long was it? Like probably like more than a month or two ago. I watched his first two episodes, and I'm like, all right, let's get to it. Let's see if they successfully do this heist, because literally, see how those last few minutes of the episode, I'm like, I don't know, I don't know.
Oh man, yeah, this is I don't know. When we first saw it, I was more excited to do Kaleidoscope than Poker Face, but I got outvoted by everybody, and this is democracy. So we
Get out of here! You were like, please do poker face.
oh man, I was just like, what?
Because
You and AK
you wouldn't
and
even
you.
bother to put poker face in our way if you really want to do kaleidoscope. You've been because me and Lee saw kaleidoscope, be like, oh yeah, this poker face.
Oh yeah, we did. Well, I watched them both at the same time, and I don't know. It seemed like we. I asked everybody, and I was like, I liked Kaleidoscope first episode better, but everybody else seemed to like the Poker Face first episode better. And it was you, AK, even the Giant Tamer was on the Poker Face tip, and I just right out of the gate once I saw it, I was like, I don't know about this one. It turned out to be great. It was fine, but it just I don't know. Like I said, this one had me a little more intrigued. I just think this one's going to be more about guessing and switching it up and keeping you on your toes, trying to figure out what happens before it happens. I think this
Yeah,
more that kind of
did
stuff.
that whole take of depending on your Netflix account, it can be like, okay, this could be your next episode. This could be your next episode. I think between all three of us, I think like AK, she had a different episode
Mm-hmm.
compared to us. Like we both pretty much had like the same layout of episode.
Yep, and Slamming, the guy who does our thumbnails, the one who did this thumbnail, he's got a completely different lineup too. So yeah, depending on your cable provider, it comes up. And that's kind of crazy. That's the first time they've ever done anything like this with a show.
They should keep that up.
Yeah, it's kind of wild. Kind of cool, but then again, it's kind of hard to get everybody on the same page. Like maybe everybody didn't watch the same episode, so you're not getting everybody talking about it because they're talking about different things they haven't seen yet. So that part's a little bit off on trying to do the reviews of it, but it is an interesting concept for sure. Oh, but we're going to get into it. Kaleidoscope. And the first one, Black, was the first one on there. And it was basically just a trailer to let you know what was going on. Like, it's basically like this plan has been in the making for so long. And it's going to be some sort of heist with a bunch of betrayal mixed in. And I just immediately got Ocean's 11 vibe from this. How about you?
For me, I got that. What was that? Eddie Murphy and Ben Stiller heist movie.
Oh,
I
just
think
called
it.
Heist. Yeah, Tower Heist.
Yeah, like that's instantly. That's what I got. Then there was the whole that zombie heist Netflix movie as well. I got vibes from. So I was like, okay, so now they're gonna do like another type heist thing. I'm like, oh, as well as Money Heist. So it's like a lot of like heist stuff like that's Netflix has been doing. So I'm like, okay, now they're doing Kaleidoscope. So at this point, next year I'm gonna expect like another type heist, either a TV show or a movie.
Yeah. Yeah, Jake, if you look on there, like on mine, it's black first, then yellow, and I believe green's the third one. And I'll bet if you look on it, it won't be black, yellow, and green in that order. It'll be a different order. So
Yeah,
yeah, it's
they both
definitely
they both start and end at the same color, but in the middle, everyone's could be like different colors.
yeah. Black's the trailer, and it's the first one for everybody, and white's the finale. So those are the same, but yeah, all the ones in the middle are different, which is yeah, just a wild concept right out of the gate. And do I remember you saying once that you have not seen Ocean's 11?
Oh yeah, still haven't seen it.
Oh man, we are just gonna have to take a time out from everything one of these days. That's literally one of my all-time favorite shows. That is an epic movie.
At this point, if we like don't like come up with a show, just watch a movie that I haven't seen.
Yeah, that's what it's gonna be next. And I mean that'll be first. Because I know there's a bunch of great ones you haven't seen. You haven't even seen Rocky, have you? Or did you finally
I've
watch
seen the first two Rockies. That's it.
Oh, okay. Oh, you haven't seen Clubber Lang? I pity the fool. That was amazing. Oh, but yeah, we're definitely going to be reviewing Ocean's 11, going back and doing that because literally one of the greatest movies of all time. But we talking about Kaleidoscope today, and we getting into it, the yellow episode, and this is 6 weeks before the heist. And we open on the man himself, Giancarlo Esposito. And I was just like, oh, he plays Leo in this series. And I was just like, breaking down some old school GOT knowledge on like how the lone wolf doesn't get far and you need a pack to survive, especially in this game. And I was all in right out of the bat. Like as soon as I saw Gian was in it, I'm like, okay, let's do it. Giancarlo's down, I'm down. Let's get it.
Of course, the one, the only Gus. And I just remembered, you haven't even watched freaking Breaking Bad. Oh
I
my
haven't
gosh,
watched
man!
Breaking Bad yet.
How? How?
Oh, it's amazing. Oh, none of the guys would make Ocean's team, not even Ocean's 8 team. Oh, that's brutal. None of these guys are good enough. I don't know. Gian himself, Leo might get down. Leo seems to be the plans. I don't know. Hannah's pretty dope too, but she's not really in on it. But we're gonna get into it. But even the music soundtrack of this show sounds like Ocean's 11. Like this series definitely seems to be inspired by it. So we're gonna have to get you to watch it so you can see how that goes and how it ties in. But I like how they let us know, like right out of the gate, that nothing will be as it seems. Like it has me with both eyes wide open, just questioning everything right out of the gate. Like this is just right up my alley.
Please. Once they said that, the moment I'm seeing Hannah in the opening sequence, I'm like, okay, Hannah has to be part of the group. Has to be. Then we got the ending. Few minutes. I'm like, God, I knew it. I
Yeah,
effing knew it. But at the same time,
didn't know,
like, well, what's really going on here?
right?
Like, is this, a heist within a heist? Is this is all just how it began with Hannah? We thinking that she was breaking in, but in reality, she wasn't. So it's like, it is all another one.
Yeah. Oh, exactly. Like I said, both eyes wide open, just questioning everything I see because I don't even know. But when I first saw that heist was just a setup, I'm like, how much are they about to like really take? Because that alone would have been a nice little come up. But then we see later that Hannah's actually a security team, not the robbers. But I was like, if you wanted to be guilty, you could have just bounced with that briefcase and been set for life.
Too soon. We gotta wait for the bigger cheese, not the small cheese.
Going for the whole enchilada. So we follow Leo through his front shop as he explains how he's putting together a capable crew that he can trust. And first on the list is Stan. And that poor guy seemed to be going through it with the woman in his life just constantly nagging him about one thing or another. But he seems content with it all. He seemed to be happy with what was going on. But poor Leo seemed to be going through with it with his mom and his girlfriend.
That is a definition of true love right there. Because even after, if I successfully get that money, I'll then like deuces. at least help out my mom's though. I'll help out my mom's at least. She
Oh,
birthed me. The
right.
girl, I don't know about that.
Can't go on that. But she was hilarious. Just nag, nag, nag. Love you. It was just like, oh my God. Just psychotic. But he tells Leo that whatever the job is, he's retired and he's not interested. And Leo didn't have to say anything more than 7 billion, give or take a few dollars. And shocking to no one, Stan was instantly all ears, especially when he hears Leo already has the much needed man on the inside. That didn't
I'll
take
be the same way. 7 billion. That literally would take away, my student loans, parents' mortgage, still have left over. Oh my gosh. I'm about to buy us someplace, some islands, oh it's over. It's over. Probably change my name. I have to definitely change my name. If my relatives find out I got 7 billion,
Oh,
oh, it's
yeah.
over.
They're coming out of the woodworks. People you had no idea you were related to. People just making up stuff like, oh, yeah, your great Anton Nisi is, yeah. Nope. Oh, man, you must have had some time. That must have taken a while getting through all of them, Rocky and Creeds. God dang, now that there's 3 of them, especially. Oh, 2 million not for knife. Have you bought eggs lately? Right? Exactly. You might have to go dairy free and be able to get by, but yeah, I don't know. That's amazing. But once hearing who's needed for the job, Stan gets to work putting the crew together, and it seems like the first place he heads is to recruit his ex-girlfriend, who now has a new man, who by all accounts seems to be an absolute moron. Like, oh, and I didn't even realize that was Captain Boomerang until you told me.
Yeah,
Two and
I
two
was
together.
like, "Who is this freaking?" And the moment I saw him, I'm like, "Oh no, Captain freaking Boomerang is up in here. He's gonna be annoying as hell." But hopefully, his character, at least the character like knows what his stuff at least. But oh my gosh, at
Yeah,
this point, I was like, just purposely get this guy caught, please. I beg of you. But then he might squeal, so it's hopefully he dies.
yeah. I was about to say, I don't think you can just let him go. You just might have to put one on him. Oh, the first they were introduced to her new man, like he was a perp in a lineup. Like now he just invites himself into this very private meeting. Like something just tells me this guy is going to cause a major problem at some point in the job, and a major decision is going to have to be made. maybe by Judy. She's gonna have to be like love or loyalty, but I don't think I can have them both.
Nah, time will tell.
Now that they're actually married, it's going to be a little rougher. I didn't realize they were married until the middle, but god dang, that is just brutal. Because this guy, yeah, he just seems to be a problem from jump.
So you see that guy, forget him, dump him, lose him.
Right? Not worth the headache. Then we get back to Hannah, who seems to be going above and beyond at her job. She even wants to hook her friend up with a job. Like, she seems pretty stressed and even gets more so after checking her home pregnancy test. But I got the feeling that there may be something more to her. Like, she's working both sides of it. Like, especially when she spots that red flag in their system and then brought it to her boss that, like, her coworker just didn't seem to be too happy about that. Like, that guy was side-eyeing her right out of the gate.
Yep.
So I was like, is that just because you're the boss and you should have figured it out and you're mad that she didn't bring it to you and that she brought it to him? Or is it because you're guilty, or is it because you know she's coming for your job? But like I said, it's just got me looking at everything at all times, like always.
But I kind of find that like suspicious. Like they found the red flag, they got rid of the guy, and she gets promoted. It's like, did they truly found the real red flag? And in reality, they're just seeing how she's gonna like, okay, since we know that she's a red flag, what is she actually planning? So now let's actually get like the whole entire crew. That's how I freaking saw it.
Yeah, I just didn't know because, like I said, he was looking at Hannah sideways when he left that meeting. Like right before he left, he was just like, little. And I was like I said, is that because he's gunning for his job or because he really is crooked, like, and that much closer to getting caught? Because as soon as they left, the boss asked if they had eyes on him. So it just made me think that she might be setting him up right out of the gate. And then we meet Ava, who almost seems like she's as much in on the conception of this plan as Leo, or at least the first one he brought in, because she seemed to know all aspects of it. So, like, what did you think? Did you think she was the real master planner, or was Leo, or like were they partners? Like, what did you feel about her, Ava, right out of the gate?
All right, trust, and probably like they did both come up with the plan, but maybe she just backed out of it because it was just way too risky.
Ava, the one with the dogs, like,
Yeah, I thought that. Yeah,
she's like, so you think she was backing out because she's there, like she's still planning. Oh, boy's like, what are you doing here? And she's like, I'm here to make sure we stay out of a cage, moron. Like, she seems to be a pretty integral part of it. And I was just like, man, did she actually come up with this, or did her and Stan come up with, or her and Leo come up together? Or
it's possible. I feel like they once had a thing back in the day.
maybe. I mean, he gave her a nice little kiss on the cheek. So yeah, we don't know. That could have definitely been something. I'm sure they're going to expand more on that too. And that may be why she screws him. Like, maybe they broke up and bad. Now they're kind of making up, but she's only acting like they're made up, and they're going to end up trying to screw each other in the end, and not literally. I could definitely see that happening.
Like watching this episode, I kind of wish that this was the penultimate episode. Just seeing like we didn't see how the group was formed until like the second to last episode, but
yeah, I have no idea. But when she said like she's there to keep them all out of the cage, or she said she was there to keep them all out of the cage, but as soon as she told Leo that she could handle security, I was raising both eyebrows. Already sus. I do not trust you. She said, I can just let me handle security right out the gate. Nope, I do not trust you. Not at all. But Leo says you got to be able to work with people he trusts, and he trusts these people. So, I mean, I guess as far as you can trust a thief. But they seem to be stealing a lot from other shows. Like, even their driver has a tick, like, and wearing headphones and drumming all the time on stuff.
Baby
like,
Driver.
Just like Baby Driver. That's exactly what I have wrote down here. Just like the movie Baby Driver. I'm like, they were just biting from all kinds of movies. Like, get the hell out of here. But it really seems like Bob is already annoying everybody. Like, Captain Boomerang is just on one. Again, do you think, like, he's going to blow the job being an idiot, or do you think they're going to switch it up on us and he'll actually end up saving the day?
Like, did they not just show us a glimpse of that when they were trying to do that whole jewelry thing? So at this point, that was just a precursor.
And it's just going to get worse from there.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, this is your last chance to see that this man is a moron. Get rid of him now, or he's going to fuck everything up. That could be.
Unless it's a red herring and like the smartest person in the room was actually gonna get them in trouble.
Like, what do you think? Do you think he already knew? Because he was trying to put this crew together and he had Stan go. So did Stan go to get his ex-girlfriend? Or do you think that Leo's like 2 steps ahead of the game and he knew that Stan would go get her and that she was married?
Yeah.
Bringing the safecracker in. You think he already knew that?
Yeah, because even when they were like in that the meeting, getting a hamburger and stuff. It would seem like he was like shaking or something. Or I'm gonna think of a different show or a movie like, during the whole thing. So it almost seemed like he purposely did it to bring him along.
Yeah, definitely. How's he going to save the day? I mean, who knows? He might. Everybody might think that he's out or whatever, or got shot, and maybe he comes back to and ends up shooting somebody that has them all at gunpoint. Like, who knows? Or maybe he ends up catching the guy that don't put the double crosses. Leo and Ava. Like, I don't know. I mean, they could write it anyway, but
Because
just
they're
to
already
put,
having a second guessing it because he injured his hand. So it's like,
right.
is he going to be useful or not?
And like I said, it sounds like they needed a safecracker. So who were they going to get if she wasn't already married to one? So it almost sounds like Leo must have already known about this guy and been ready for him. Because he doesn't seem like the guy that would just put up with letting some fool just walk in on his meeting. He'd be like, you can take your ass out there. She'll be back with you in a minute. Oh, this plan has obviously a long con. It's been years. She may have been there in the beginning. Could be. Yeah, we're gonna find out a lot in this next couple episodes. So the crew gets their first bit of bad news. The betting parlor they were going to rob is shut down, and they need a new plan to come up with a lot of cash quick. And lo and behold, it was actually Bob who came up with the plan. So I was like, right out of the gate, like, oh, maybe they are going to switch it up and have him like end up being the brains or be the one that actually saves the day. But of course, it was also Bob who fucks the plan off and gets himself shot. And dollar bills, y'all. I was like, are you kidding me? So now they have to see if he can actually crack the safe with one hand. And right then I was thinking, oh my, so they really did need this guy. I was like, Leo had to know about him out of the gate. I don't think he just let himself in on this plan. I think Leo was ready for it. But I don't know. What do you think? You think Leo did know about it though?
Of course. It's like Nick Fury. He wanted every single person on that damn Avengers squad for a reason.
It sounds like he did indeed need a safecracker. So, Judy's married to one. Like, that's just too cool.
Or you need a scapegoat, and there you go.
So Hannah talks Liz into taking the new job in the real world, and while she's showing her around, she gets a call from Roger, the big boss. And I didn't really get why we needed that cat and mouse game, like when he was telling Hannah that she'll now be reporting to Rajiv, only like moments later to offer her the position above him, saying he'll be reporting to her. Like, what was the point of that?
Telling you, like I said earlier, they found the real red flag, Hannah. But they're trying to see, okay, was she truly planning? They didn't know yet. So like, you know what? Let's pin it on this guy, get him escorted out, get her promoted. See, okay, now that she's promoted, what was her true goal, her smart goal here?
Wow, so you think Roger's 2 steps ahead of the game and he's setting her up?
Mm-hmm.
Really? Interesting. That would be something. I didn't see that. I don't see that happening, but that'd be a sweet play if he knows that she's in on it and she's setting him up. Or then maybe her dad knows that he knows and he's just waiting for it, and then he's gonna reset and jam him up. Like, I can see it, a con within a con. Like, they're gonna get real twisty with it. That's gonna get convoluted real quick. But when that whole thing just went down, it just felt like a setup. Like, I'm already on high alert for things not being what they seem. But I felt like Andrew was set up. Like, I think he was just set up. I think she set him up. And then we find out later that she absolutely did set him up. And when he said, I've never seen that thumb drive before, like, he looked like he really never saw that thumb drive before. I'm like, he didn't do this. He is absolutely being set up by her.
Mm-hmm.
And then the other shoe drops, and we see that indeed that she is none other than Leo's daughter. And it sounds like they've been talking this plan up for the last 7 years. But he said 7 years and you don't say boo. Now we're right up to the edge and you start having second thoughts. And it's, of course, because now she knows she's preggers and has to start thinking of the future. So how long do you think until she tells him that he's about to be a grandfather?
Who knows it? He probably knows, but he just wants, her to say something. But
how could he know? Unless a girl told him.
This man doesn't know. Like, all up in the plan and no flavor. Come on.
Is he Littlefinger? He knows what you have for breakfast? I mean,
hey, at this point, you have to know every single thing to make sure that nothing can go wrong with this plan.
I'm like,
he doesn't know. And no, because if the boss even knows that she's freaking pregnant, just by the subtleties of stuff, he has to know from the subtleties of stuff that his own daughter is pregnant. Come on now.
I like that. You remember how the boss said he knew?
Because of the coffee. She switched to
Because she
decaf?
switched to decaf. I
Yeah.
don't think so. I think it's because old boy had eyes on her, and then he saw that she saw. Like she's probably got her apartment like wired or something like that, and heard old girl talking. I don't think it had anything to do with the coffee. I think it's because his man was tapping him. When she said, "Do we have eyes on Andrew? Let's do that." I think he already had eyes on her, or if not, definitely did after that.
No, could be too.
So yeah, I mean, everybody's watching everybody. You can't trust it with anybody. It's going to be amazing. So then we see the fitting yellow thumb drive on Hannah's desk, confirming that it was indeed her that set Andrew up to get his job. And we also see that she comes back and she's going to be, her and Leo are father-daughter, and they're starting to tie things up. It's got me super excited for this next episode. How about you?
I'm ready. I am ready.
Have you watched anything? Have you seen anything with
Nope, haven't.
Yeah, it's gonna be sweet trying to figure this out before they actually show us in the last episode, in the white episode. But
Charlie, what do you think Charlie would have been good if she was part of this crew?
Charlie?
Yeah, it would have been terrible.
Charlie would have figured it out. She'd have known who was BSing right out of the gate. Like, wait a minute, he's lying about something. What are you trying to set up for later? You need a Charlie in a situation like this. Like, who's trying to get me that I don't see coming, Charlie? Let me know. Let me know. Oh, but that's it for episode Black and Yellow. We got just a couple trivia questions. See if you guys remembered anything about this. If you know the answers, write them in the chat box. If you're watching later, put it in the comment section down below. How much were the gold bars that were stolen in the beginning returned? That were returned in the beginning worth?
15 million.
That is incorrect.
Damn.
What's up, Chad? Anybody remember how much those gold bars were worth in the beginning?
I'm thinking of each gold bar. Hold up. Let me rephrase that. 25.
Oh,
250 mil?
Incorrect, but Jake nailed it. Oh, Jake Cruz nailing it down right out of the gate, getting it right. Oh, Stan said the bird is not a parrot. It's a what? What was that bird that shit all over Dan's kitchen floor? Or Stan's kitchen floor? That his girlfriend was not going to be picking up. Stan said the bird is not a parrot. It's a what?
I know it's an endangered species. I can tell you that.
Absolutely. Oh, remember what kind of bird that was?
A doflamingo?
It was not a flamingo. Think cereal.
Toucan.
That was too good a clue. It was an aerial toucan, absolutely. Oh, question number 3. How many of those birds did Stan say were left in the world? They were indeed
13.
That is incorrect. They were going extinct. Do you know how many were left? That is incorrect, Jake.
7.
Anybody knows that one? Write it in the comment section down below. How many aerial toucans did Stan say were left in the world? Keeping it moving, what part of the list was Stan in charge of? In the caper Leo was putting together, what part of the list was Stan in charge of? It's his job. It's his job in the crew.
Damn, I forgot. It wasn't safe. It wasn't the safe. Because that's Boomerang.
Mm-hmm.
It wasn't weapons. That was his Leo's ex. Damn, those are the only 2 I remember.
Oh, snap. If you know that one, put it in the comment section down below. What was Stan in charge of? And keeping it moving, what does Liz do?
Like occupation?
Yep.
Con artist.
Remember Liz, Hannah's girlfriend, that she got a job? What was she doing? What was she doing before she got a job? Something near and dear and close to my heart.
DJ?
I gave way too good of clues. Absolutely was a DJ.
Now she works in the mailroom now.
Now she works in the mailroom. Oh man, I used to work in the mailroom for the Mariners. Like the first episode. Oh, let's Jake got say here. I like the first episode. My only problem with it was they didn't have an 11 to 12-year-old girl whose shaved head was superpowers. Oh man, get out of here! 11. Oh, see, I don't even watch it, and I know what he's talking about. How long has Ava been holding an IOU from Leo? How long did Ava say she's been holding an IOU from Leo?
7 years.
That is incorrect.
No clue.
That's a good guess. That's how long her and old girl have been talking about the plan.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I remember that. 8 years is incorrect. Incorrect. How long's that IOU been? Anybody knows? Write that in the comment section. How much money did Leo say off the track betting place held in reserve at all times? How much money did Leo say the off-track betting place held in reserve at all times? How much cash did he say they'd have when they went to go rip them off before they got shut down?
Damn,
How much hard cash? Oh, looks like Jake nailed another one. Absolutely crushing it. A $1 million is correct. Well done, you.
He knows his money.
He does that, right? He lives in Vegas. He's all about that money. How many parts of the plan did Leo say he had to rob the off-track betting place? How many parts of the plan did he have for that? How many parts to the plan did Leo say he had to rob the off-track betting place? Close, but no cigar.
Damn.
Oh my God, Jake is on fire. Jake is on fire. It takes so long to come from the YouTube to actually get in there, but 5 years is absolutely correct. Or, I mean, 5 parts is absolutely correct. And what start gift did Hannah buy for Liz? What gift did Hannah give to Liz her first day on the job?
AirPods.
Hey, there he is. Absolute AirPod Pros. These are pros. Absolutely correct. And last but not least, with her promotion, what's Hannah's new title at the office?
VP? Or CEO?
Can you expand on that?
Negative.
We'll give it to you. That was close enough. It's Senior VP. She was going to be a Junior VP, but that's what Rajiv ended up getting. And then she ended up getting Andrew fired and taking his job, who was the Senior VP. So her new job title is Senior VP. Oh, yeah. Jake had that one down, too. Absolutely nailed it today. Well done, you. Nicely done, sir. So that is going to do it for us in Kaleidoscope in the first 2 episodes. We will... That's a good question. That's funny. We will maybe be back on next Tuesday with episode green. I'm going to definitely try. I'm actually taking off for a week to go down to Oregon to another poker series. So I'll take the laptop with me. I'm just not 100% how the Wi-Fi is going to be. And time we're going to have.
I'm still having PTSD from that one time you took your laptop
in Vegas, right? Yeah. Just kept jumping off and on and leaving you guys hanging. Yeah, exactly. So yeah, we're gonna play it by ear and see how it goes. Like I said, I am gonna take it down there with me, so I will try, but not exactly sure how that's gonna work. And I'm gonna be gone for a whole week down there playing, so that will take Tuesday and Thursday. So like I said, I'm gonna have the laptop with me. I will be watching the episodes and writing out the outline. It's just gonna depend on who said Oregon or New Idaho. Nope, it's Oregon. Definitely Oregon. I don't know anything about New Idaho. But yeah, definitely see how we go with that. This Thursday, though, in 2 days, we're going to be wrapping up Poker Face. We're going to get AK back, and we're going to knock out the finale of Poker Face. So be ready for that on Thursday, and we'll keep you in tune after that. So other than that, I hope everybody's having an absolutely fantastic week, and it only gets better from here until we see you on Thursday. Be easy, everybody.